Let's just walk through the bike real quick. Here's your front discs, disc brakes. Here's the front assembly. Pretty nice and clean. They did a pretty good job wrapping all this. Here's your first battery. Here's your charge port. There's the motor. It's a mid-drive 500 watt motor. There's the rear brakes. Those are nice brakes. Again, it's a 4-inch wide tire instead of a 3-inch wide tire. It is a 12 by 32 rear freewheel, 7-speed, and your locking tube. And again, here is your serial number for your bike. So looks like it's 26984. Hopefully there's a, so this is the 26,000 bike, maybe, I don't know, year 22, and it's a pretty big light. Hello and welcome to Random Things. This is Ty, and today I'm like a kid at Christmas because my Lectric XPremium was finally delivered. Now, I ordered the XPremium back when it was first available, so that was around April 20th, and it was delivered finally on August 3rd. So it took a little over 3 months to get the actual bike from ordering, and I think it has to do with they were doing the pre-ordering and then there was supply chain issues. So hopefully they have them in stock now and you will be able to get them a lot quicker than I did, but that was kind of the timeline that I had experienced when I first ordered the XPremium. So this is their newest long distance mid-drive bike. It's a 500 watt mid-drive motor. It's got 4-inch tires instead of 3-inch tires in terms of the width. So it's kind of back to the 1.0, XP 1.0, unlike the XP 2.0. This is a heavy bike. So the box weighs 80 kilos, so I guess 40 kilos, so that's 88 pounds. The bike itself, I believe, is somewhere around 70 pounds, given that it's got 2 batteries. And so for this video, I'm going to unbox it and kind of assemble it and kind of show you that particular process. But if you've seen my other videos, I will run this bike through its courses from distance tests, speed tests, fitting it into my little car to see how well it folds, how well it fits into my little Toyota Corolla in the trunk, in the back seat, and other various modes and settings with this particular bike. And so be sure to kind of follow up and see what all those other videos I have. But again, today we're just going to unbox this bike and see what that's like. Again, I'm so excited. It's like I'm like a kid at Christmas. So let's get started. Okay, let's just cut the box open and see what we're looking at here. Okay, so if you've seen some of my other unboxing videos, you've seen me use 10 snips, which are great at cutting these heavy-duty zip ties. Just keep in mind that they are very sharp and they're very capable of cutting wire, and so you want to make sure when you snip that you snip the right thing. Now, this is a 70-pound bike, and I thought maybe I can lift it out of the box and then unravel it, but it doesn't look like that's going to be that easy. So what I'm going to do is, now that I can see it's safe for me to cut the box, I'm going to cut the box and then let it fold down kind of like a ramp so that I can pull the bike out a little easier. So let's do that. Okay, tires are over here, so make sure you heed my earlier warning. Bye-bye! Frame. Let's pull out. And there it is. Okay, they did a really great job packaging this. So Here's the bike seat. The bike seat is actually attached to the post, which is already inserted into the body. Here's the bike, I guess, stem, the handlebar stem. So it's here. So here's the handlebar itself. So I'm guessing you'll have to connect the handlebars to the stem. So let's go ahead and unzip that. Throw that back in the box. I'm gonna lift the seat a little bit so that I can take the seat out so I can see what I'm doing here. Here's the handlebar. So it must slide in somehow. Okay. Okay, let's see what it takes for me to unfold this guy. Let's see. That in. Put the kickstand down. Okay. Wow, that was heavy. So the handlebars have, it's not completely round, there's a flat side. That kind of makes it easier to figure out, like, which way does it go down? Which is this way. Which is kind of hard to fit in there. It is tight. There it goes. Huh. Wow, that's pretty high. Okay. Here are the keys, and there are 4 keys, so I'm guessing 2 keys per battery. So again, the serial number is stamped on the Lectric right here on the headset. And so make sure you get a picture of your serial number and register your bike. That'll help protect it. Well, it'll help just in case it gets stolen and recovered somehow, and then the law enforcement can figure out who to return it to. Woohoo! There it is. Ooh, nice. Got leather handles instead of the traditional rubber handles, or maybe it's pleather, but feels nice. And the pedals are already on, so you don't need to install the pedals or the wheel. I mean, see, this puppy is pretty much ready to go right out of the box. I would caution you to always check your derailleur and the derailleur guard to see if it got bent during transport, because that's going to prevent you from shifting properly. You're going to be so excited to go out riding with it that you're going to not take the time to check the derailleur and the derailleur settings, and I did that, and that was not a good idea because I ran out of batteries, and then I couldn't shift. And so riding home was very miserable into the wind without the ability to shift all the gears. So I threw all the trash in the box, and I forgot there's actually stuff in here. Not a lot. Looks like there's just one box in here. Yeah. Tape. So let's take a look what that is. Be careful when you cut this. Don't cut the, I'm guessing it's the charger, so don't cut the cable. Hey look, it's a box within a box. So you have your trusty owner's manual, and then let's see what's in here. Yep, it's the charger and instructions on how to use the charger. Okay, so I want to go through the gearing real fast. So this is a mid-drive, so the motor is in the middle of the bike and not a hub motor like you see in the 1.0 and the 2.0 on the XP. Now they have changed this rear freewheel, so it looks like it's maybe a 1134. So let's count it. Now here's the problem: when you try to spin the freewheel on a mid-drive e-bike, you pedal backwards and it does nothing, right? And so it will actually spin backwards, right? But it doesn't work very well. So let me show you a little hack. You take a little zip tie and you run it through the wheel set and the crank, right? So put the zip tie through here and tie the crank to the wheel, right? And now you can spin it backwards. And this is helpful because let's say you want to take a little brush, like a toilet brush, unused of course, new toilet brush, and then you can spin it backwards, put the toilet brush here, and brush off any dirt and debris, and then you can re-oil your chain, and that will be very important. That's pretty good travel, and you can lock out the shocks. Now it won't. If you unlock it, it'll give you your travel. Okay, so it's got front suspension forks, and you know it will take the bumps out. But if you're in a situation where you want to lock out your forks, like during climbing, you can lock it out, and then it will not allow it to kind of bounce. So this is really for more when you're doing some heavy climbing. Normally though, you just have it in a nice comfort mode. So let's go ahead and start up the screen. Alright, so that's a pretty standard XP screen, and so you can change your pedal assist modes. Alright, if you hold down both buttons, you should be able to get into the settings screen. Okay, so that's setting 1, setting 2, 3, or sorry, that's setting 1, and it's left in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So somewhere in there will be a speed restriction, so you want to find that one and set it to what you want. Go through the manual and go through all the settings. There are 21 settings, and just try to understand what they mean, and I'll do. It will greatly save you the headache later on. Okay, so I will do a separate video on going through the settings, but not in this video. This video is starting to get a little long. Alright, there's a little power button that tells you the battery indicator. Alright, and so much like the Abaton, if you don't use the battery for more than 48 hours, right, the bike battery will be put into a sleep mode. So if the bike is in a sleep mode, if you try to hit the power, it won't turn on. And so what you need to do, as this instruction says, is push the power button. Now, if you keep the sticker here, it will remind you, but my wife is anti-sticker, so I'm pretty sure she's going to peel that sticker off. So I'm going to have to explain to her what that little button is for. So that's it. Didn't take much to unbox this bike. The bike is pretty much 90% assembled. With the XP 2.0, you had to actually put on the front wheel, which was probably the most complicated part for most people that are not that mechanically comfortable. But the wheel is already on. It's set to go. All you have to do is slip the seat on, slip the handlebars in, and then that's it. And then just unwrap everything. And so this looks like it's going to be a fun bike to ride. Huh? So with that, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like and share button. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. That will really help me out. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I will be going through all the other, I guess, trial runs of this bike and posting those videos as I come along. And so be sure to follow up on that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick video on the settings. Then we're going to do some kind of speed trial. And then we're going to do some kind of distance trial, some folding tests, and so on. So again, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next random video.